Hi, Govindy. I'm really glad to see you today. Before we start talking, I just wanted to kind of lay out, what I thought maybe we could check in about, and then you can tell me what you want to prioritize. So it's been a few months since I've been seeing you last, and the last time we met, you were really dealing with a lot in your healing process with the post-traumatic stress injury, and I generated a referral to a therapist, and so I just, if it's okay, I wanted to kind of check in on where you're at with that now. But obviously, you may have other things on your mind as well. Where would you like to start?
Well, thank you for giving me, an option like where to begin. I want to focus on cigarettes. So as I was, I am receiving therapy for PTSI, but it's like I am passing by, I'm afraid to relapse. That's what I'm trying to say. I walk down the block, I see cigarettes, I pass by people, they're smoking cigarettes, and I don't want to relapse because, when I was not compliant with my medication, I was coping by smoking. But now that I'm going to therapy and I'm on my medication, I'm not smoking cigarettes. But I'm just afraid because every time I walk by or I pass by a grocery store, a deli, and I see like pictures of a cigarette, so it's like I'm afraid. I don't want to relapse.
Okay, so a lot has happened since we met. The last time I saw you, you were still smoking, and so you've quit smoking while you've been in treatment for the PTSI, and you're on some medication. Sounds like you're checked in with the therapy. I mean, this is a huge amount of change.
Yes, it wasn't easy.
Wow.
Yes, but with therapy and going on a weekly basis and taking my medication daily, it's been so helpful. And I've been maintaining just keeping not smoking any cigarettes. So I'm just maintaining it, but I'm just afraid. I don't want to relapse. I've been doing good so far, and I don't want to go down that path again.
Yeah.
I don't.
So if it's okay, we'll talk about some of your concerns there and your ideas about how to navigate this. But I just want to take a moment. I hope you feel proud of yourself. As you said, you have been seeing the therapist. It's been helpful. You've been taking the medication, and you made this really difficult change of quitting smoking, which you've been able to maintain for a little while now. And so where you've come to is really wanted to commit to maintaining the abstinence from smoking.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for highlighting that. Yes, I want to maintain that momentum,
Yeah.
I feel like if I start smoking again, I'm going to not be compliant with my medication. I'm going to stop my therapy. I just want to keep that momentum going.
Yeah.
I don't want any kind of, but so how can I help myself? Like, as I walk down the blocks, I see people smoking, I see cigarettes on the floor.
Triggers everywhere.
Yeah, it's like all of these triggers are coming up, but it's hard to control sometimes, so that's why I'm afraid. That's why those are my main concerns for today. I don't want to relapse in my cigarette smoking.
I hear you loud and clear that, abstinence from the smoking is a real priority, and it sounds like one of the reasons why that's so important is it's not just about the smoking, it's tied in with, feeling successful taking the medication, going to treatment. And so you really feel like these positive changes, they all go together.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, tell me, how have you, with these triggers everywhere on the street, up in the stores, how have you been able to maintain abstinence from smoking so far?
So my therapist has suggested something, music. I've been I put my AirPods on whenever I go out in public, and I just put my music on. I just turn it on. And so as I see people smoking, I can smell it, of course.
Yeah.
But my mind is so focused on my music that it just helps me cope that way.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you know, it will catch me. Like,
Sure.
I won't have my music turned on,
It
and then
helps.
it helps. It helps a lot. It helps a lot.
It's not a magic bullet, but
No, it's not. And
that distraction has helped you.
Yes, music therapy. That's the way I identify it. Music therapy.
Music
helps.
therapy.
Yes, music therapy helps.
Oh, I love it. That's great. So the music therapy has helped, and you would like a little kind of extra sense of assurance.
Yes.
You know, because those urges are still kind of breaking through,
Yes.
and you know, you really want to feel kind of more confident. Like,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Yes, as far as that.
You know, there's lots of options I can think of. We could certainly talk about them, but I would imagine you've already been thinking about this. What are some of the other forms of coping that you've already considered?
Having that urge of going back to smoking, probably going to the gym.
Okay,
Yeah,
exercise.
exercising, going on a brisk walk, listening to my music. That's another option for me. Yeah, so far, those are the only options. I mean, if you can suggest any ideas, any other options,
Yeah.
it would be great.
I can certainly offer some options that some of my other clients have tried, but I can't know what's best for you. And obviously, you're really doing a great job of making it already so far. But I really hear you that you just want to feel like that little bit more confident. So you mentioned exercise. That's something that you could try, or taking a walk. And it sounds like these themes of, like, with the music and the exercise, finding a way to, like, occupy your senses seems helpful.
Yes.
In terms of other options, what do you know about, like, quit smoking medications or aids or things like that? I'm not sure if that's something you're interested in or not.
I do have a friend of mine, and they are in the process of they told me they were taking, like, these patches. I don't know what are those called. I mean, they say it helps them, as far as the cravings are concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to know more about it, and probably maybe that's another option I can think about.
Yeah.
But I don't have the knowledge of.
Okay. So for there's a couple different kinds of, I would say, medication that can help. So the patch would be considered one. So there's nicotine replacement medications. The patch is one. There's a gum that you can chew, or a lozenge. I think there's even a nasal spray, but let's stick with the patch or the gum. The patch it's a little patch you put on your skin. You wear it, all day, and there's different levels of the patch that can help people depending on how many cigarettes a day they were smoking before they quit. The advantage of the patch is you just, like, stick it on and you don't have to think about it. And for most people, there's no side effects and no conflicting. You can't do it with this or that. So some people really do find that helpful. Other people, they do, like, a gum or a lozenge for when it's just an occasional craving, and they don't want, like, nicotine all day. So, like, if they're walking down the street, that's cigarette blows in your face. You could always, like, take a little gum or a lozenge. So both of those things have nicotine in them.
Okay.
And they tend to be very comforting for people when they're managing a craving.
Okay.
But there's other options. There are medications you can take, like Chantix or certain types of SSRIs. But given the other medication you're already taking, I'm not sure.
Yeah. It would be too much for me, I think so.
We would want to check with the medical doctor,
Okay.
Before, if you wanted to move ahead. But just know that those are options as well.
Okay.
And, so thinking about these things, what comes up for you?
I think the gum probably might help. I don't know about the whole nicotine patch. What if I forget? Or and you said it doesn't give any side effects, but right? Okay, but I think I will go with the gum.
great. Oh, so
Yeah,
you're already like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I think the gum would be a great idea.
Okay.
And that's only, and you said I can only take that when I have the craving.
Right.
So if I'm not craving it, I
Then you
don't have to take it.
Exactly.
So if I'm walking down the street
Yep.
and I see somebody, and then I can just quickly pop it and then I'll be okay.
It's like a rescue medication for a nicotine
okay,
craving.
I
So yeah,
see.
exactly. You don't have to take it unless you feel that craving come on. And then if you do, you know, you could have it in your purse or whatever and,
Yeah.
you know, whip out a piece of gum. And yeah, some people love it. And the great thing about the gum, you know, obviously smoking is bad for your health, but chewing a
Yeah.
piece of gum isn't going to do any, it's not going to hurt you. So it's in terms of like the health effects, it's so much healthier than
Yeah,
smoking. Yeah.
Yes, okay. That, I think I will take that route. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I will definitely consider that option of chewing gum.
I'm really glad that we got the time to talk. I can, you know, give you some information about where you can get the gum. Most pharmacies have it. But just before we wrap up, I kind of want to collect a couple of the things that we've spoken about. And what really strikes me is this massive commitment that you have to yourself and your healing process. And you've been attending the therapy, you've been taking your medication, you quit smoking, and you're just so dedicated to staying on that path. And we've discussed some options. You know, you're going to give some thought. It sounds like you're leaning towards the nicotine gum. Just know that, you know, ultimately, obviously you've been doing a great job making these decisions for yourself. So you know yourself and your situation, and you know, just know I'm here to support you on the road ahead.
Thank you so much. You've made this so much more easier for me to, you know, just the comfort and information, and I'm all ready to try the gum now.
Well, it's a pleasure, and I look forward to checking in with you next time.
Yes, thank you so much.